Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to Mindfulness Monday, brought to you by the Mental Health Association of Central Florida, Positive Behavioral Solutions, Palm Point Behavioral Health, and Yoga for a Change. My name is Sarah. I'm a registered yoga instructor and mental health care professional, and I am very excited to be leading you in this afternoon's mindfulness practice. Please take a few minutes to adjust your space any way that you need to. Grab a yoga mat if you have one. If not, a blanket or a towel or anything to support yourself will work. We will be going through a gentle hatha yoga class. It'll be about 20 to 25 minutes. I just encourage you to listen to your body, only move through the postures that feel comfortable for you. If anything feels painful or you feel you just don't want to do it, don't do it. And obviously, again, if you feel pain, just move right out of that position. I'll try to offer a few modifications. If you have a block or any other props that you'd like to use, you can grab those. They're not required. I will try to make sure that I offer cues for those. And let's get to it. So coming onto our yoga mats, I'm going to start in a nice comfortable seat. I'm going to choose to sit cross-leg position. You can stretch the legs out or sit on the knees, whatever feels comfortable for you. Throughout this practice, we are trying to cultivate the purpose, the thought behind Mindful Monday is to bring some mindfulness into our days and cultivate a practice that we can take with us throughout the week to make Mondays a little less stressful. So my practice today is going to be to soften and to expand and open. So as we come into the seat, close the eyes if that feels comfortable. And all we're doing right now is just bringing some awareness to our space, to our body, to our breath. Try to press pause if you can on any to-do list. Let's try to be present for ourselves here. So not focused on anything that we have to do today. No to-do list right now. Just pressing pause on everything that's happened today and anything that will happen after this. Make any adjustments that you need to get comfortable. We'll be here for a few minutes. And when we stop and pause, we may start to notice that thoughts may begin to race. Acknowledge those thoughts. I like to think of them as waves in the sea. So they come, they go. And thoughts are exactly that. They're just thoughts. They're not absolutes. They're not even always truths. They can be, but not always. So it's okay to acknowledge those thoughts and allow them to go on their way. So bringing some attention to the breath, we're going to inhale in deeply through the nose, pausing at the top. And when you get to the top, see if you can expand and sip in a little bit more air. And open the mouth and sigh it all out. And again, inhale through the nose, pausing at the top, opening the mouth and sighing it all out. Think of the new breath in as expanding and opening, and each exhale is release. Continue breathing in that cycle, in through the nose, open up the mouth and sighing out. And I welcome you to use this space here to set an intention for your practice. So my intention lately has been to be open and expand, and I'm opening my belief system a little bit. I'm expanding my generosity, opening my heart to to new, to new ideas and ways and people. And the more we open and expand, the more we may notice that we have to release things that are no longer serving us, just like our breath now. So we inhale, expand, and open. And then exhale, release, sigh it all out. If prayer is a part of your practice, I welcome you to bring that now. If not, it's okay too. Just leaning into the stillness, leaning into the quiet for a moment. Showing up and taking this time for yourself to say yes, or maybe to say no. Wherever you're at, we'll take 2 more breaths together. So inhaling, opening the mouth and sighing it out. Last one. And this one will be the biggest breath you've taken all day. Make it really count. So inhaling through the nose, pausing at the top, expanding through the lungs, expanding through the heart, and exhale, really sigh it all out. If your eyes are closed, gently bat them open, but keep them softened. We're only going to be here in this space for a short time, so let's try to stay soft on our mat today. We'll bring some movement into our practice. So start to go ahead and plant the right hand. We're going to lift the left hand up and overhead. So lifting, and as we lift, we are lengthening and stretching through the left side body. Gaze can stay forward, or gaze can turn to look up, and feel a little bit of a stretch through the neck as well if that feels good. It does not for me today, so I'm going to stay gaze forward. And keeping that same breath, so inhale, stretch and lengthen. Exhale, plant the left hand and move through gracefully with the right hand. So creating this fluid motion of inhale, strengthen and lengthen and stretch and expand. Exhale, find that foundation and move to the other side on your inhale, expand. Exhale, inhale, expand. And moving at your speed with your breath. Take 2 more on each side, wherever you're at. And come back through center. Place the hands on the knees. Move. We're going to move into some yogi twist or torso twist. Yogi rolls or belly rolls, I think, is another term for them. A few phrases. So we're just leaning through the body, using our hands and our knees to keep us upright. And as we move, feel that expansion, feel that openness through the hips. Should feel really nice on the lower back, on the glutes. If anything hurts, make adjustments. Move at your own pace. And if you haven't already, go ahead and rotate your circle opposite direction. And take notice, does it feel different one way or the other? Are there any tight spots that maybe you pause and rock back and forth on. When you're complete, come back to center. You're going to plant the hand again, and again, you can use your block for any of these times that you need to bring the earth up to you a little bit. But plant the hand and twist. So just a nice seated twist to the right, and then move through to the left. And we'll make, again, a fluid motion of this. So just wringing and twisting through the torso. Move at a speed that feels comfortable for you. Ready, come back through center. We're going to rotate over onto our hands and knees and come into child's pose. So knees go wide to each side of the mat and forehead comes to rest on the mat. I'm actually going to rest on a block so you can still hear me. You may do that as well if you need to bring the earth up to you a little bit, if it feels tight in the lower back or in the hips. Breathe into the lower back, into the spine. Feel that openness, feel that expansion, that nice stretch. Child's pose or Vipassana is here for you anytime that you need to move into this space throughout your practice. Anytime that you feel tired or it may seem a little difficult, come back to that attention that you set at the beginning of the practice and come back to the breath. On your next breath, push up into tabletop. Wrists stack underneath the shoulders, knees stack under hips, and take a look back between the legs. If you can see your big toes, move them behind the knees so you can't see them anymore. Taking care to keep the spine in alignment. If you use props, move those out of the way. And drop the belly here, look up, cow pose. And then we're going to move through, tuck the chin, cat. So moving through cat-cow at a speed that's comfortable for you. So inhale cow, exhale cat. Maybe you splay the fingertips up to make a deeper stretch in the upper back and shoulders. Moving through, making sure that it's comfortable. Maybe you shift the hips one side to the other here and become a little more dynamic and fluid with your cat-cow. Should feel really nice on the spine. Opening and expanding through the front side body, and then elongating through the spine. A couple more rounds wherever you're at, moving with your breath. And when you're ready, come back, neutral spine. Move through here, take the left foot and lift it back. Place it to the back edge of your mat, lower your toes. And we're just going to kind of bounce back and forth here, stretching through the calf muscle, stretching through the foot, and warming up the back sides of our legs. If this feels good, then stay here. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, you can raise the leg. And if this version of floating table feels good for you, then stay here. Otherwise, you can bring the arms. So you can be here, or here, or here, or here. So lots of different options. Whatever challenge you feel you are, we'll take together for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to neutral. Shake it out a little bit. We'll repeat on our right side. So right foot comes back, that same movement. So almost a bouncing sensation. Be gentle, but we're stretching through the foot, stretching through the back of the leg. And when you're ready, if you'd like, go ahead and lift. And if you'd like to bring the hand in, your version, yogi's choice, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return back to table. We're going to walk the hands forward a couple of handprints lengths, curl the toes under, and press the hips up to the sky into downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet if you'd like. Taking your dog for a walk, waking up. Otherwise, you can find stillness. Maybe you bend the knees and straighten them, raising a leg and lowering it. But whatever you do, make your way to the front edge of the mat. So you can walk, skip, hop. Again, yogi's choice. We will meet together in a forward fold. So feet can come together, feet can stay apart on either side of the mat. I'm keeping mine apart for now. I'm feeling a little tight in my hamstrings, so the truth about yoga is you modify it for you and you find what feels good. So breathing here, finding stillness, and when you're ready, start to slowly ragdoll up. So slow, 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 one vertebrae at a time until you come into standing. Make any adjustments here. We will move together through 2 rounds of gentle sun salutations. I'll be offering modifications to make them gentler. Of course, if you'd like to challenge yourself today, you may do so. On your next inhale, bend the knees. Raise the hands up overhead, arching through the back, and dive forward. Hands touch the earth. You can keep hands here or come to the shins or thighs, whatever's comfortable for you for half back, flat back, position halfway lift, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the left foot back, lower the left knee, and raise up. So maybe you stay here, or you can lift the hands up overhead. Again, slight back bend at the top. On your next exhale, plant the hands and step the right foot back to meet the left for plank. And from here, lower the knees, lower the chest and belly, and forehead to the mat. Plant the hands and pull into baby cobra. So light handprints or hands maybe hover, expanding and opening through the front body. Shoulders pressing down away from the ears. And exhale, release. Curl your toes. You can come into table if you need to, but yogi's choice, back into another down dog. So again, pedaling through the feet, nice and gentle. This time, raise left leg and step between your hands. Help the foot as much as you need to. Lower the right knee and we'll raise up. Maybe you stay here or hands come up and overhead. Exhale, plant the hands. Right knee lifts and we step into another forward fold. Inhale raises us all the way back up And hands meet at heart center. Find stillness in the breath again here. When you're ready, we'll move through one more time. And we'll speed up just a little bit. So bending through the knees, back bend, and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Plant the hands, left foot steps back. Yogi's choice to leave the knee lifted here, and then raise up. So maybe you stay on the knees here or raise all the way up. Next, exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, and lower the knees, chest, forehead, and belly, and inhale to cobra. So maybe you take high cobra here or stay in low cobra, yogi's choice, and then move into down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts and steps between the legs. So again, you can lower the knee here or stay raised. And plant the hands, forward fold. Again, find stillness here in this forward fold. Maybe take another deep breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, sigh it out. Seeing if you can let go. And on your next exhale, rise to the top. So mountain pose, meeting at hands and heart center. Again, finding that stillness. If you close your eyes there, open them, hands come to hips. We'll move through 2 warrior series. So we're going to be moving through warrior 2 and reverse warrior. So right foot is going to come to the front of the mat and step the left foot back. Setting up your warrior foundation, bending through the front knee, looking at your feet to ensure that they're aligned. Your left arches should be in line with your right heel. And when you're ready, you can bring the hands in, the arms in as well. Gaze can be over the right finger. And I like to take a look back at my back arm to make sure it's not came up or down. And breathe here. So we'll move through 2 rounds of this. So we're going to inhale, left arm comes back, right arm stretches back. So similar to those stretches that we did in the beginning, we're expanding and we're opening while keeping a solid foundation. And then we moving with the breath, warrior 2. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. One more. Inhale, warrior 1. And exhale, warrior 2. So parallel the feet. And then we're just going to trade opposite sides. So this time, left knee comes out. Hopefully you can see what I did there with my feet. So bending through the left knee, adding the arms in, gaze over left middle finger, and inhale. So reverse your warrior and exhale to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. We'll come back. Turn the feet parallel. You may want to heel toe them together a little bit. Now's a good time to grab your block if you have one, if you need it, for our wide angle forward fold. So gently fold the body forward. Maybe you come here. Keeping integrity in the spine, you can turn your block this way Or if the ground is enough to support you, that's okay too. If you'd like a little bit of a challenge, you can move the hands in and breathe here. See if you can find that stillness and that expansion like we did in our traditional forward fold. And when you're ready, start to heel toe the feet together to come into yogi squat. So I used my block. If you didn't have a block, that's okay too. You may stay here. Feet may come, heels may touch or heels may not. That's okay. Maybe hands come to prayer. Maybe hands come to lotus. Yogi's choice. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And gently come out of that position and come to seat. So we'll do a seated tree fold. So left foot is going to be planted on the mat, and then open the left leg out. Arms raise up, and we start to just inch our way forward as much as comfortable, with our goal being to come to the toe, the calf, the knee, whatever is forward that feels good on the hamstring or feels good on the lower back for you, and breathe here. And again, find that stillness in the breath. Only go as far as comfortable. Feeling tight in my hamstrings today, so being mindful and listening to my body. We'll come back up and take a slight twist to the right side and twist to the left side. So similar to when we were seated. And we'll reverse our tree. So left leg extends, right leg comes up, raising our hands and leaning in forward as much as comfortable. You may notice that one leg feels a little more tight than the other, and that's okay too. Breathing into the back side of the leg, breathing into the hamstring, the lower back. So expanding and opening. We'll raise back up, and we'll do the same twist. So twisting to the left side, and then twisting to the right. Come back neutral, both legs stretch out, and we'll come onto our backs. You can roll, get there as gently as possible, as gentle as possible, rather. So feet are planted, arms by the side here. I will just start here by windshield wipering the legs a little bit to open up the hips before we go into our supine twist. When you're ready, you may want to scoot your hips slightly over to the left side of the mat and allow the knees to drop to the right. Arms can come out wide into a T shape. Gaze can stay forward or gaze can turn to the left. Feel the expansion in the lower back. Excuse me. Feel expansion in the upper back. Try to release here. Coming back to the breath. Inhale brings you back center, and we'll go on immediately over to the other side. So scoot to the left or scoot to the right slightly, and then legs drop, knees drop to the left. And again, gaze can move to the right if you would like that counter twist on the neck, or if it's more comfortable on the cervical spine to stay looking straight up, that's okay as well. Expanding and opening. As we move into these still positions, those thoughts may start to race again. I encourage you to come back to your intention, come back to your breath, acknowledge them and send them away. Inhale brings you back center. We'll take one more posture here before our final resting pose. We'll do an inversion here. So sleeping tiger, I encourage, if you have a block, to raise the hips up, place the block under the hips, especially if you're new to inversions. If headstand or legs up the wall is in your practice, you may move into that here. We'll not be demonstrating it since this is a gentler beginner's class. But go ahead and bring the knees up to move into sleeping tiger. So if you're beginning and just starting out with inversions, you may stay here. And also, if you have any reason that you should not invert, please do not. If you'd like to, go ahead and lift the legs straight up. This may be enough of a challenge for you, or if you'd like, you can add the arms. We'll be here for about 1 minute, so make sure you're comfortable. Try not to fidget. Try to find stillness in this posture. Inversions are good for our immune system, our lymphatic systems, our circulatory systems. Coming back to that breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Continue to go inward, finding stillness. When you're ready, first release the arms down by the sides, palms down. And I suggest coming one leg at a time. If you have a block, plant 1 foot at a time. Gently raise the hips and move the block. Maybe take some additional movements here. Windshield wiper the legs. You hug into a ball. Stretch all the way out. Full body stretch. Take any other adjustment you need before moving into Shavasana or resting pose. In resting pose, the breath returns to normal. You can let go control of the breath. Release control of the mind. Take note if you're holding any tension in the shoulders, and release. Scanning the body, starting at the space between the eyebrows. Notice if you're holding any tension there and release. Maybe move the eyes from side to side with the eyes closed. Look up, down, right to left, and relax. Breath returning to normal through the nose, through the mouth. Maybe the tongue rests at the roof of the mouth. Swallow, relax the throat. Bring awareness to the back side of the neck and completely relax. Relax through the shoulders and the arms. Relax through the heart space. Soften through the belly and the hips. Relax through the legs, down through the feet. Completely relaxed. And resting here. There's nothing left to do but to be and to rest. Allowing the ground to support you. Maybe you visualize a yellow color or whatever color comes to your mind. And as you breathe, the color expands. Exhale, the color gets smaller. Think of ocean waves coming and going with the breath. Just allow the breath to be normal here and watch your color or your waves. You can stay in resting pose for as long as you would like. When you're ready to come out, you'll roll onto your side into the fetal position and gently press yourself up. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today and holding this space with me. I hope that you're able to bring mindfulness into your entire week. I really hope that you celebrate that you showed up for yourself today and that you carved out this time. The light inside of me honors, recognizes, and loves the light inside of each one of you. Namaste.